Good morning, and good morning. I'm
Hello,
getting ready.
Echo.
I think you need to say it a little louder, darling.
Hello, Echo.
There you go. Hello, Echo. The training after a bunch of videos has been working very, very well. I'm getting ready for a meeting with a client, and so I thought I'll turn on the camera because I have a few things I want to talk about, and predominantly is gratitude. Hubby had a birthday yesterday, and I had a mini meltdown. Okay, so it was kind of like birthday celebration plus Deanna having a mini meltdown because her deadlines and all the work stuff became quite overwhelming, because in the middle of it, the night before, hubby decided that he was going to have a launch date for book 2, which is ready. And anyway, I looked at my schedule and then kind of just freaked out, because it was like, okay, I've got 2 book reports to do by the end of the month, and then I have a book release on the 5th, and then hubby's book is coming out on the 10th, and I have basically like about 2 weeks to cram all of this in. And I looked at my schedule, and the perfectionist in me, who wants to do everything properly, even though like it's hubby's book and things like that, just kind of lost my mind. And I had like this basically a meltdown. And I was talking to a friend, she talked me off the ledge, and then, you know, we kind of went from there. And I woke up in the morning feeling kind of stressed out still. I'll do stuff while I talk. Anyway, so I decided to, you know, kind of, we had already planned, I'm just kind of resetting my brain. We had already planned I need lip balm. It's a good thing the meeting that I'm getting ready for is not for another hour and a half, so I have time to waffle on and ramble and be a bit disorganized. I'm not like that in front of my clients, just so you know. I do the waffling and the being disorganized on my own time. But anyway, lip balm is the Lanolips Jellybalm in the shade Cherry, which is still in this little pot. What was it? Where was I? Okay, so we had this birthday lunch for hubby planned months ago with some very good friends of ours. They're kind of like the friends that we hang out with who live about an hour up north, where they're our go-to friends when it comes to hanging out and eating together and doing like meals and stuff like that. And they're a lot of fun, and they're really, really wonderful people. And the thing is, whenever we hang out together, it's just, we laugh and laugh and laugh so much together, and it's just so cathartic because there's just so much laughter and so much joy. And they're kind of like a 10 years younger version, like, of us sort of thing, except they have 9 children and we have none. So, you know, that part is different. But they're absolutely wonderful, wonderful people. And we're not like in your pockets kind of close, but we're close, you know. And they're sort of like, we're all so busy, and we also have so much going on that they're kind of like really the only people we hang out with, as opposed to like if we were to have some friends visit and I cooked, or you know, that kind of thing, which we do a lot of. I dropped my wipe. I'll just grab another one. That was my Dr. Brandt Pores No More face primer. I've kind of, honestly, I've kind of given up a bit on this Nude by Nature perfecting primer, blur and mattify, because in all honesty it's not very good. How much have I'm down to, like, I've been marking it, but I'm down to about here now, and so I use it when I only do powder, because that's the only way it seems to work. Otherwise it peels and everything's just nasty. But I've got a pot of the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. It's really, really nice, and I'm kind of getting down there, so that's good. But yeah, so we hang out with them. We try to do it once every couple of months, because, you know, we're all busy, and we just haven't been able to in the last, I want to say 6 months or so, because we've been busy, they've been busy. He's had to travel. He travels for work a lot. They've moved into a new house. She was decluttering, you know, to move into the new house, and it's just a lot, especially with 9 kids. So it's a lot. Anyway, so we finally got together. They moved into a new house, so they were going to show us the new house, which, by the way, is just gorgeous, stunning. She's done such a wonderful job with the house. It's so beautiful. And anyway, what do I want to do? I'm just going to do something easy and within reach. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour Skin Tint in the shade 05. I still hate the dropper. I need to find a pump that fits into that, or I need to find a bottle that I can put that in and switch it from a dropper to a pump, because this is just obnoxiously horrible to use. I end up just, you know, dropping some on my plate. Yeah, so we got to see the house. It was absolutely beautiful, and they've done such a nice job. It was a stinking hot day, absolutely stinking hot day. It started off at 36. We were driving to lunch, and I could feel the heat coming through the windscreen. I actually thought the air conditioner in our car was broken, but it wasn't. It was just that hot. And it was like 36 degrees. On the way home, it was even worse, because it was like 38. And 38 is like high 90s for you Fahrenheit people. And just, it was horrible. We stopped at Aldi for some bread on the way home. And walking just from the car to the shop and back, I could feel my skin like burning from the heat. It was that hot. Anyway, so we got there, we had a wonderful lunch, and that's kind of the reason I wanted to kind of just have a chat, because I wanted to, it wasn't like I was having a bad day, okay? I was just feeling very overwhelmed with my schedule and with my deadlines. And I was on the verge of, you know, freaking out. And I might have been kind of freaking out. So I get there, and it was beautiful. Everything was beautiful, okay? The house was beautiful. The air conditioning was on. We could not have survived without the air conditioning, okay? It was such a hot day. And anyway, everything was beautiful. And then we had a beautiful lunch. And and our friend just, she made it a point to make it special, you know, because it was hubby's birthday and because she just wanted to treat us. And she you know, we're friends in real life, we're friends on Facebook, which is like, you know, where my real life friends are. And you know, I like to cook. Anybody who knows me knows me in real life knows I like to cook, and I cook a lot, and you know, I love turning out beautiful meals and things like that. I actually have a cooking website. I've had it for almost 15 years, where a lot of my recipes go up and things like that. So if you want to check it out, it's called Daz in the Kitchen, D-A-Z for you Americans in the kitchen. Just Google it, it'll pop up. But anyway, so you know, we're a real foodie. We're into our food. We like food. If you can't tell from the chubbiness. Anyway, so our friend Annalie, she made the effort to go through my personal Facebook feed, because I share all my food pictures and things like that, and she intentionally prepared a menu of food that I would not normally cook for myself or ourselves. And her food and my food are very different. We had a good chat about like personal food DNA in terms of like the profiles of foods that we cook. And my food DNA tends to be very layered, very, not spicy, but seasoned with spices so it has flavor. And I always put, it's kind of a signature thing for me, I always put like a teeny tiny little bit of chili heat spice into my food. You won't taste it. I have, you know, checked with people who can't handle spice when I cook for them, but you won't taste it. But it just gives my food a little bit of interest, and that's kind of like a signature thing for me. Her food has a very Mediterranean flair, very lean, very fresh, very, you know, a lot of seafood, and just delightful. Lemon, olive oil, very herbaceous, and it's just not the sort of thing that I do, but I really appreciate. So that was just delightful, and the fact that she went through my feed, looked at my food, and made the effort to make food that would be something that was special, because it's not something that I would eat all the time and that I would eat, you know, every day. I think the last time that we had anything sort of like Mediterranean-y was when we checked out the surf house. I'll link the video below, for Christmas lunch with some friends at the end of December. What am I doing? Oh yes, next, concealer in the eyebrows. So, you know, we love Mediterranean food, but it's just not something that I do. Like today, after yesterday's lunch, hubby just said, what are we doing for lunch? Are we gonna go out and get some sushi? You know, I've got a meeting, which is what I'm getting ready for, but that's not gonna finish till 2 in the afternoon. So hubby was like, well, what are we doing for lunch? This is my Urban Decay 24/7 concealer pencil in the shade DEA. I have sharpened it once. I started using it on the 3rd of February 2023. It's still good. It's and it works great. But in all this time of using it almost every day, this is the first time I sharpened it, which was, I don't know, about a week or so ago. So I said, well, you know, I was kind of thinking of just using whatever is in the fridge and just, you know, either rice or noodles. And hubby was like, I want rice. So, okay, we'll do rice. I've got some chorizo. I've got some veggies. I've got garlic. So I might just do a simple kind of chorizo and veggie rice of some sort. So anyway, the food was delightful. Annalie made some absolutely stunning food, and we had an amazing time. And I just kind of needed to get out of the house. I need some bronzer, so I am going to use my, hello darling,
Hello.
a coffee service. Thank you. I got a cup of coffee. Oh, it's hot. So bronzer, I'm going to use my Naked Sundays Cabana Glow Mineral Glow Serum Drops in bronze with SPF 50 with Rosella, with wild Rosella. It's like that. I do not like this delivery mechanism because even standing upright, it is messy as all heck. So I'm just dotting it all over and just using it around all the areas to give myself a little bit of contour. I might stick a brush in there to try to clean out the cap as well. I don't normally bronze or contour much, but the lighting in my office washes me out a lot, so I do when I have a meeting and I'm going to be on video. Not like this kind of video. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So, I was feeling really stressed. And hubby kept saying to me, no, I don't want you to be stressed. You know, we'll do this, you know, as best as we can. It's a bit of a rushed launch. And, you know, I'm like, well, I'm kind of a perfectionist. I really want things to go well, even if we're not, you know, book 3 is going to come out in January, the end of January or early mid-February. So, you know, and we need to plan for book 3, but this one's kind of a last minute kind of a launch and blah, blah, all that sort of stuff. I was stressed. Okay. I was stressed. And so we, you know, it was just one of those days. And Annalie goes to me, she goes, I woke up this morning and I was waiting for you to call me and cancel. And I'm so glad you didn't. I'm so glad I didn't too. Because, you know, sometimes when you feel overwhelmed, you kind of just go, I just can't cope with life right now. And I'm just going to bury myself in bed and stay there. And I didn't do that. Besides the fact that I had no time to do that. Because I got up early and I started on, you know, one of the books that I had to write a report on. And I got... how much did I get done? I got like 2 hours of it in, 2 hours into it. So, you know, I made decent progress. I'm going to add a bit more. I hate this bottle. I hate the way it leaks. I don't even know why it does that, because I keep it upright like this and it's still... That's the hand motion for exploding everywhere. Anyway, I'm just picking it up and mushing it around. with the brush. You know, it's just my usual mushy technique. Yeah, so I came to, you know, I came pretty close to canceling. Not gonna lie on that. But I'm glad I didn't. And, you know, I just, sometimes we just need to get out of the house, get into a different environment, and get out of our own heads. And that was what I needed for the day. And it really helped me. It reset me. It rebalanced me. I felt a lot better at the end of it. And so grateful, because the food nourished my soul, and the company and the joy and the laughter filled up my well, and I just felt so loved. I mean, not that hubby doesn't love me or anything like that, right? But I felt like I was just, oh, I'm getting all teary just thinking about it. Felt like I was just, you know, just wrapped up in this cocoon of love, and so grateful that somebody went to all this effort for a lunch for me, you know, because I'm always the one who's cooking and feeding people and things like that. And when someone goes to the effort of looking through my feed to intentionally feed me and cook for us something that I wouldn't normally cook for myself, it is just, I just don't even have the words to express how wonderful that is, and the amount of gratitude I feel for that kind of thoughtfulness and that kind of effort. It was just amazing. Like truly amazing. For blush, I'm going to use my Mecca Max Off Duty liquid blush in, what is this, the shade Peachy. And I'm just gonna squeeze some back into this. And I'm gonna mush and apply, because I'm all about the mushing and the applying. Yeah, so, you know, it was just really wonderful. And I felt completely recharged and reset, and I didn't feel like I was gonna fall apart and land in a heap. And I felt, you know, when I got home, we were knackered, by the way. It was so hot, and we had such a meal. We just needed a nap. But, you know, after the nap, I got up and I was able to work for another good 3 or 4 hours. So I think I only have like 3.5 hours left in the book before I have to write the report. But I felt so recharged, and I felt like I could face and tackle my to-do list and all the things that I had to do. I just need a little bit more blush. And I just felt like I could, you know, cope again. And I think we all need that. And I'm so incredibly grateful. I know I keep saying that. I'm so incredibly grateful. And I just want to talk about it, because I think we all need to step outside of ourselves every now and then when things get too much and things get overwhelming. And however we do it, however we recharge, it doesn't matter, okay? It's different for everyone, but we need to be able to have something or someone. And sometimes I find that, you know, just reading or watching some TV or that kind of thing is not enough. Sometimes I find that I need more than that. Like, I need to get way outside of myself to the point where I'm in a different environment and I'm in a different situation that turns off my work brain. Because I work from home, and because sometimes bed is my office when I use my bed desk and I'm sitting in bed, and some days, you know, I just don't have it in me to go and work in the office, which is in a separate room. It's easy for work to kind of just spill over. I mean, certainly for me, into everything. I need a powder. Just the Coty Air Spun in the original formula in the shade Translucent. Coty Air Spun Loose Face Powder in Translucent. I just love this stuff. You know, I've been using this powder forever. I don't know, I forget how much it costs now, but it used to be like $6. And because they're so big and they last such a long time, I haven't bought a new one in a really, really long time. But yeah, so I had a good day yesterday. Boy had a good day. Hubby, I call him boy. He's not a boy. He's 72. He turned 72 yesterday. He's not a boy. But I don't know. We call him boy. Everybody who knows me and knows him knows that I refer to him as boy. And yeah, we had a good day, and I think we both needed it. We had, the food was amazing, absolutely amazing, and Annalie made a chocolate torte for dessert and birthday cake. Oh gosh, that was one of the best chocolate cakes I have ever had. And her secret, a pinch of coffee, espresso powder in the cake. You don't taste it. It's kind of like my pinch of chili to make things interesting. You don't taste it. You don't taste the coffee, but it just kind of elevates the flavor. Like my pinch of chili elevates the flavor. And if you want heat, you know, if you want chili, I can give you a bowl of chilies or a scoop of chili sauce or whatever you want. I have a lot of different types of chili in my kitchen because we love our spice. But a little pinch just to make things interesting. But yeah, we had a good day yesterday, and I know I'm repeating myself, but just so much gratitude, you know, and I think we need to remember that in our lives. We really do. For eyeshadow, I think I'm just gonna pull out an oldie but goodie. This is my favorite, one of my favorites. This is the NYX, the Go-To Pellet La Palette Indispensable in the shade Wanderlust. Looks like this. I think you can still get it on Amazon in the US, but this is a pretty old palette. And as you can see, I really like this shade, but I think today I'm going to use this shade. I forgot to put primer on. Never mind. I'm not going anywhere. I have a meeting and then I'm feeding hubby. I think the eyeshadow will last the 2 hours for the meeting. Well, and the hour or so before the meeting. What time is it now? 11:13 in the morning. Well, mid-morning. The meeting is in 45 minutes. I will definitely be done within 45 minutes because there's just no way I am I cannot be sitting here doing my makeup for 45 more minutes. Apparently I have lost the ability to talk and apply eyeshadow at the same time. But I'm just really just softly, very, very softly dabbing on eyeshadow. I'm not using one of these like pack them on heavy brushes. I'm just kind of using a slightly softer brush because I want to blend it out. I'm still working on my eyeshadow technique, changing up my eyeshadow technique, so it's a little bit of a work in progress because, you know, it's not something that I've done much of. The Ulta Beauty single eyeshadow in the shade Camel. We've all seen this before. I use it to blend. And this is what I mean by, you know, working on my technique is I'm working on getting that line better. Working on getting better at just blending out that line, which I'm not great at. Although these brushes do really, really help and do make a difference. It looks a lot more harsh in the camera, but in real life, it actually looks quite blended out. So, yeah. I might need to think about maybe putting this crease color on first and just changing up my technique a little bit. Yeah, I'm not a makeup artist by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I did beauty therapy. I did a diploma and a course in beauty therapy, but the course was more focused on skincare as opposed to makeup, even though we had a module on makeup. So I'm better with skin. I'm better with skin than I am with, I just want to put a little bit more concealer under my brow there. I'm better with skin than I am with makeup, even though we were taught makeup. And I really never worked as a makeup artist. I did work as a beauty therapist at one point in my past life. Okay, that looks much better blended than that. What else is new? So I'm just gonna, I don't know, I need to keep blending this. I'm finding that, and I've watched a lot of videos talking about it. I am finding that blending is like 90% of the effort, and real makeup artists spend a lot of time blending. And sometimes, actually very much of the time, coffee, I don't have time to, you know, spend 20 minutes blending because I'm usually in a hurry. If I'm filming and putting on makeup and filming while I'm being chatty, it usually means because I have time and I've made the time to just take my time. Because we know my videos are long. I just can't seem to do short and quick. So, you know those shorts, like 1 minute videos and those like 7-second videos on the clock app and things like that kills me, absolutely kills me, because I just don't know how to limit myself to such a short period of time. Oh, that coffee is nice. It's decaf, by the way. I'm going back into this shade a bit more. I have no idea if these shades have names, because on the back it's just a bunch of numbers. And I'm just going to redo here because I feel like I've blended away a lot of the color in this one. And then what I've been doing is taking the bigger fluffy brush and going into kind of like a color like this. I'm going to tap some off and just go over whatever is under the brow and actually all over the lid and give it like an all over blend. And that seems to really make a difference. It does, you know, blend out the color a little bit, but I don't mind that because I don't like a very full-on intense eyeshadow look anyway. I just like enough eyeshadow to give my eyes a little bit of definition. You see this line here that looks like I haven't blended? In real life, it is very soft and it is really, really well blended. So, yeah. I think it's just the way, like, the contour of my eye is shaped and it's just shadowed, so it just kind of ends up looking like that. Because if you see on this side, it actually looks really well blended. And I think it's because that part here is not nearly as deep on this side as it is on this side. It's just the way my eyes are. My eyes are a bit watery this morning. I had like the biggest sneezing fit that went on for like 5 minutes. It was not cute. One time when that happened, hubby was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm sneezing." And he goes, "Well, you're making some very strange sounds that I have never heard before." I said, "I'm just sneezing." But yeah, that was it. I'm looking very glowy. I don't know whether it's the lighting or the what do you call that? The Cabana glow or my skincare. I don't know what it is. My eyebrows are just my DIY brow glue. Not my DIY brow gel, my DIY brow glue. Which is just a little bit of the got to be glued hair gel or hair goop. It's very, very strong. With a little bit of like a dark brown eyebrow tint in it, more because, not because I need the color, but more because I just don't like it when, you know, inevitably eyebrow glues, gels that are clear end up getting all cloudy and muddy and gross. I'm only using the glue today instead of the brow gel, the tinted brow gel, because I recently dyed my eyebrows, or redid the dyeing of the eyebrows. So the eyebrows are in good shape, but I will use something to just finish off like that, be it the ends and things like that. And I think I am going to use a gel powder because I've been in a weird gel powder kind of a mood. And I will use, I can get it out, my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Powder in the shade 6 Cool Soft Black, which is not black. It's just very, very dark brown. And this shade matches my eyebrows really nicely. And I don't need much because this stuff is very pigmented, so all I do is just dab in it gently. And then even more gently kind of just apply to define the brows. I don't want overdone brows, but I'll tell you what, my brows have a life and mind of their own, because some days they just do not cooperate. Okay, that looks pretty nice. I am gonna grab a spoolie and just, yeah, soften the edges a little bit. It's funny because, like, with this sort of thing, you put in the effort to define the edges and then you use a spoolie to soften it up again so that it doesn't look so harsh. It is the weirdest thing. I'm glad I'm not going out in public today, well, and in the car, because it's always inevitably when I get in the car and I'm under, like, in sunlight, and I use the mirror in the car, that is when I notice that there's this patch, like right here, that I always miss for some reason, and then I have to fill it in the car, because otherwise it looks like I've got a bald patch in the middle of my eyebrows. And I don't know why that is, because when I look in the mirror now, it doesn't look like there's a bald patch. It looks perfectly filled in. But in the car, whoa, empty bald patch right in the middle of your eyebrow. I don't know why. You know, I don't think I'm going to need highlighter, because look at that glow. That is actually very nice. I love this eyeshadow palette. I travel with this eyeshadow palette. I travel with this eyeshadow palette a lot. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna wear for lip. I want to wear, I don't know where I put it. Where did I put it? Where did you put that, Deanna? I want to wear the lipstick that Sammy gave me, which was Rebel Rust by Makeup Revolution. But I cannot for the life of me remember where I put it. It's not up there. Maybe it's down here. Maybe it's over here. I can't find it. I cannot find it. I'm trying to think where I put it. Oh, I know. It was in the drawer. It's it looks like this. It's the lipstick. What kind of lipstick is it? It doesn't actually say. It's by Makeup Revolution or Revolution, and it's a lipstick in Rebel Rust. I sliced it to leave the label so that I could read the color, but it is this gorgeous, like, rusty terracotta color. And I am going to use one of these lip liners. So I have a Rimmel lip liner Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in the color Natural. And then I have a BH Cosmetics Waterproof Lip Liner in the color Nude. I am not sure which. Oh, that's really nice and soft. So that is the BH Cosmetics Nude, and that is the Rimmel in Natural. Let's have a look. Let's do a little swatchy next to, I think Nude. I think Nude. Unless I have something else. What else do I have? I don't use lip liners very much, so I have, which is why I'm still, you know, on the BH Cosmetics lip liners, which the brand doesn't even exist anymore. I know a lot of people, you know, don't talk about YouTubers and influencers, don't talk about products that are discontinued or don't exist anymore, or that are limited edition, you know, because people who watch can't buy it. But I don't make money from you buying stuff I recommend. Okay, I'm not an influencer in that sense of the word. And I very firmly, beating a dead horse here, believe in using what I have and using what you have. Don't go out and buy something if you don't need it. So, you know, just use whatever you have. And oh, that works too. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses Stay On Lip Contouring Pencil in Wild Clover. I think I'm going to use this one. It's a bit pinky, but I kind of like it. So I'm going to use that. But, you know, just use whatever you have. Use the nude lipstick or lip liner that you already have in your collection. When somebody is doing a nude eye look or a peachy blush or, you know, a lip combo, use what you have that is similar. It's good enough. I don't use bullet lipsticks very frequently, so I have to say I'm not very good at it. And hopefully, oh, my eyes are watering today. Hopefully, I can stay within the lines. It's part of the reason why I use a lip liner too. Feathering it in a little bit. There is this technique to make your bullet style lipstick last longer, which is lip liner, apply the lipstick, blot, apply the lipstick, blot again. And apparently that kind of helps it stay in, lock it in. I might actually just finish my coffee. I am going to include footage of hubby's birthday. It's just a couple of like 5-10 second clips. And there's a really funny clip. Echo, this one is for you. A very funny little clip. And why I say I've got hubby very well trained to say hello, Echo now. Because you know, we've been eating for like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. And Annalie is just making the dessert up. And hubby's kind of sprawled out on the couch, chilling, relaxing, waiting for dessert. And I turn the camera on him. And, you know, I'm yammering away about something or other. And then I go, say hello. And he just goes, hello, Echo. I wasn't even like telling him to say hello, Echo, but he just like, it's just the default now. You know, I point a camera at him and tell him to say hello, and it's like, hello, Echo. It was just, it's just gonna like, that's just what it is. His legacy on the internet is hello, Echo. How do I feel about this makeup look? I think it's all right. I was going for soft, natural, but not washed out. Mind you, this client, she's seen me in my at-home clothes without makeup on while cooking lunch, and we're chatting about something. So when she, you know, rang me one day to tell me about something that was very exciting, which I can't tell anyone about. I keep so many secrets. I keep so many secrets from my clients. When you have a job like mine, and if your clients trust you, they will, you know, you work on a lot of things, covers, new releases, things that are coming out. You're planning a new book, you're planning a new series, you know. None of this, that was a blot. Upside down lip, that is the lip. So we're gonna apply again and blot again, because I need this to last through the meeting and drinking tea while having the meeting. Hubby always brings me a cup of tea and we'll say hello when I'm in the meeting. Actually, I'm very excited because this client is coming. She's from Canada. She's coming to Australia next year, and they're going to come up and stay with, well, not stay with us. There's a really nice hotel about 5 minutes from where we live. And so they're coming and spending 2 or 3 days with us. I'm so excited. Here we go. I'm wiping that because I got a little bit of lipstick on there, and I'm just pedantic enough to care. And then I put the cap back on so it lines up. I need to remember that, you know what, I'm just going to put this right here for now, because I really like that lipstick that Sammy sent me. And if you're wondering who Sammy is, she's Samantha Izundu on YouTube. And she sent me a box of goodies, and I have an unboxing video of it, which, if I remember, Echo, if I don't, please remind me to link with everything that she sent me. And that's one of them. Oh, look. Less came off. That is nice. I like that. Oh, these lip liners are no joke. They did not want to come off. I am gonna do some finishing powder on my Guerlain Meteorites just to top it all off. I don't know what I've used this brush with recently, if there's a little bit of blush on it, so I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a swoosh in the color switch brush like cleaner thing, And I am going to use my Guerlain Meteorites in the original light color. I'm getting there. It's taken a long time, but I will eventually use this up. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I can in real life. I can see how this powder just finishes off the skin in such a delightful way. So this is with the finishing powder this side. This is without. Can you see the difference? And also, this is why I say, you know, when I have a lot of blush on my face, just, you know, it all works out. Okay, I am done. This is me done, ready for the meeting, coming to you with a full well, feeling nourished and loved, and extremely, extremely grateful. And so I just wanted to put that grateful energy out there in the world. I'm gonna take this off. My hair will need brushing, but this is what it's gonna look like. It's second day hair, so it's not looking like the best. But yes, this is the meeting face. This is what my client is going to see today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being with me here today. I really appreciate all of you. Echo, I love you. Leave a, just leave a whole bunch of heart emojis. And I will catch you all next time. Do the YouTube-y thing that the algorithm seems to like. And I should say, I'm not an algorithm chaser. Okay. I will, sort of do or ask if anyone would want to do some of the algorithm-y things, like, like, comment, subscribe, because I do like it when people watch my videos. That doesn't drive me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So, you can do the YouTube-y things or you don't do the YouTube-y things. Either way, if you watch my videos, I am grateful. So, with that, I am going to go because I have 18 minutes before the meeting starts. And I want to do a few things before I kind of sit down for that. Okay, until next time. Bye-bye. We're on the dessert course, so, well, we're waiting to have the dessert course served. We've had a lot to drink. Boy is having a little pre-dessert rest. Wave, darling.
Hello, Echo.
To you, happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip!
Hooray!
Hip!
Hooray!
Okay, blow, darling.
When do I get to take my birthday nap?
Blow.
And you want to do that if you want on hand all the time.
That looks absolutely amazing. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Jeffrey being a badass with that blowtorch.